Access, lady. Okay, I got you, Steve. You burned in over on So that's one of those things, and things are not running in there. I hope you don't miss it. Alright. Anyway, let's see, let's get started with the first floor. Let's see, did I forget anything? I don't think so. Let's get started with the first floor. Actually, I'll go one by one. Why not just do that tonight? K6LGL, Skip, thank you for the release. K6LGL, it's your turn. WJ6W. Thank you, Jay. Anybody considering what we're doing or whatever? Thank you very much. Many interesting features up there in Michigan. All right, and some of the employees from Dipole, the receiving numbers and certainly modeling what we are these people. And the back of the table is the it shouldn't be hard to follow. For that particular job. So, WJ6W. Let's go behind that K6LGL. Okay, Skip, yeah, you're doing fine now with your repair antenna situation there. You were really over here until then. Of course, they're not far apart, but it was getting pretty touch and go before you left the antenna system. So very good. And let's see, regarding the yeah, I don't have much info. Well, Robin Lacaniata may be able to help us out. He's volunteered to substitute, so maybe he can help occasionally on that. So that's my thought, but we'll get together with Net Controls and see what we can do. Okay, next we have Jeff, K46IRZ. Go ahead, WJ6W.
Okay, very good. Today is WJ6W with the group. This is K46IRZ. Jeff in Chino, California. And good evening to everybody that I saw up at the Hamfest, the N7 RTA Hamfest. It was my first time going, and also John was up there representing AMI. N9 AMI had his tables out there, and he made a really nice video. So if you want to see, you know, a really good example of what was going on up at the Hamfest, John made a pretty nice video. I imagine it's available on, what is it, Wavelength. That's his a YouTube thing. But in any case, yeah, I had a blast. My first time going, what a day. We stopped by actually on Friday night on the way to Reno, me and my friend. And we met everybody there, and I had some items, so I gave some deals, I got some deals, and I had a beautiful ride up through the mountains to get there, you know, and it was a beautiful ride back, and meeting everybody and seeing all the, I really liked the teletype that was going on, of course. And then, like I said before, got some tubes tested, you know, so now at least I know the state of a couple tubes rather than wondering whether they're any good or not. So that was really nice of everybody up there to, for Brad and Joe to get those tested for me. And that was pretty cool. Just had a really good day. A lot of good stuff up there. People were buying parts way more than they were buying any complete radios, so that was interesting. If I go again, which I hope I will sometime, I'll have to remember to just bring a bunch of parts next time rather than radios. So in any case, I'm running my homebrew rig tonight, and one of the items that I bought while I was up there at the Hamfester was a KW mop because I just haven't had the time to go in and finish the homebrew. So the Bourbon DJ 750 tonight is running in its normal operating parameters, and that goes out to the KW Matchbox open wire line, and then 128-foot dipole, which I call my square root antenna, because that's what it looks like. One leg is a check mark on one side, and the other is a flat top. So, with the feed point at 32 feet in the middle. I don't know why it works, but it does, and I've been having fun with it. The audio is just a $35 electric condenser mic and a very little bit of processing and an EQ at the end, just to give it a little bit of tailoring, and that's it. So receiving on a couple different receivers tonight, the NC300 and the R390A. So and everybody is blooming in so far. Very, very good conditions. Had a lot of fun last night on 40 meters, also late night. And I'm going to try it out maybe later on tonight again. So the AMI number is 1809. I don't have anything to sell or trade. I'm going to try to hang around for the round table afterwards, but that will be dependent on whether the wife comes out and grabs me by the ear or not, but I'll try to stay as long as possible. Thanks for doing the net again, and also the earlies, and back over to you. WJ6W, very good, Dave, and hello to everybody I saw at the Hamfest. This is KK6IRZ.
Yes, KK6IRZ, WJ6W, and great on the trip to the M7R Series Hamfest. I guess you thought it was fantastic. I know you were planning to do that. And great on the heads up on the M9AMI video. I look forward to seeing that. So next we have George in Lemon Grove. W6YEC, good evening, George. Go ahead.
All right, good evening, Dave, and the rest of the net, W6YEC. With an AM station not as sophisticated as Jeff, but AM anyway. And late 50s, early 60s, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we're running the standard Ranger 2 with an AKG microphone and a equalizer to sharpen it up a little bit. Hope it sounds okay. And that's driving my Henry Baker 6-1 for about 350 watts, 325 watts to be more precise. And no antenna tuner, a coaxial flat top up around 30 feet at the apex, stretched out here as a dipole. And listening on a handle is H2110 Alpha, which I thoroughly enjoy because it's a lightweight receiver and it really sounds good. And I've got a homebrew 66 6-pole amplifier on it, and that goes to a beautiful Alacati speaker. I think it's the ST23. I can't remember now. With the grill on it, it really is nice looking. So that's the layout of the land here tonight, and hope everybody's copying okay. Nice signals down to San Diego, that's for sure. And yeah, I had a chance to look at the video. Very nice. John did a great job. Thanks, N945 for that. Yeah, it's very good. You'll enjoy it. And there's Jeff. If you haven't met Jeff, he's sitting there in his chair, laid back, as laid back as you get. And so you'll enjoy that. And the teletype going to town there also. I really appreciated it. Having been a teletype operator in the military, and a 200 stand and a 48 stand. A lot of fun with the B610 and the R388 and the whatever the teletype was, 47 or something like that. All right, that's it here. Back to you then, Dave. Thanks for picking us up. WJ6W, W6YEC. Love and go.
Yeah, good. Are you going to stick around, or is this one and done?
Well, I think this is it. I'll listen for a while, then I'm going to go up and put the hay.
Good for you. Okay. Well, good to hear you tonight, George. And yeah, the teletypes. On Saturdays I have a schedule with some guys, and one of them has a teletype, and there's a regular. It's hooked up to the internet, and I don't know the details, but the other hands send out teletype signals, and you can hear it running in the background. It sounds like a newsroom when he's transmitting on Saturday, so it's kind of fun. Okay, next we have Phil, N6WH2, it's your turn.
Thank you very much. WJ6W, Whiskey Hotel Kilo. I also saw the info video and John. Yes, there is easy chair during dinner. It looks like it was fun. I am don't make many of those. We don't have many swap meets here in San Diego anymore. Really anything like that. Matchbox, the small one, to keep everything under control. K104, non-amplified. 610 scope, keep an eye on everything. And the pattern looks very, very good. I hope it's sounding good. Receiving it on a unit. And the Emerald speaker with his fancy gray and I don't know what you call that, gray line, silver lines all through the clock. Anyway, it keeps giving me the golden tones of everybody. Copying everybody with no problem at all. Good signals tonight. And I hope it stays this way from now on. I know it won't, but I hope it does. So with that, I won't be here for the round table. I usually go to bed fairly early. And I need the rest, so I'm trying to get well. So with that, back to
We're running the net. You're sounding good in San Diego. And XWHK.
All right, Phil, very good signal from San Diego, and you get some rest to recuperate, and George too, of course. We're all thinking about you. All right, before we go on, is there anyone else who hasn't gotten on the list yet for the Wednesday night AMI net? Come now.
Alpha India 6 Lima Yankee.
Let's see, was that George? Was one of the samples George out in Arizona? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a Roger, Dave.
Okay, W7 Victor Golf. It was a perfect double, and I couldn't pull out the other station. Go ahead with your call, the other station.
Alpha India 6 Lima Yankee AI6LY. John.
Okay, John, we got you down. AI6LY. Anybody else? Okay, let's see. Let's continue on then. Next we have Ron, KD6VWS. Go ahead. WJ6W.
Okay, Dave. Thank you. WJ6W, KD6VWS. We're on here in Joshua Tree. And, yeah, well, the southern moss finally went away, and there was a lot of noise there earlier, too. Anyway, AMI 1671, and I'm running the Valiant, the early one that has the chicken band on it, and feed it with a Turner Plus 3 microphone, and 150 watt carrier, and W4 Drake watt meter to the SA2040 antenna key kit, and that's coax up to the infrared long wire with the quarter wave counterpoise. The antenna's up about 25 feet, and receiving on the NC125. I was listening on the NC548, but I kept getting some kind of interference on that, so I switched back over to the NC125. And it had a few multipliers going also on peak. And yeah, I watched the Wavelength Radio N9EMI's video of the Minden, Nevada swap. That was really neat. Yeah, and I saw you, John, AI6LY in there too. And besides Jeff and the other people. So, okay, well, I'm not on the swapping roundtable, but I'll listen to it. And thank you, Dave, for running the map. Thank you, Steve, for the lines. It's great that you got a good antenna now. Makes a big difference. So, with that, Dave, WJ6W, KD6VWS.
Okay, Ron, very good, thank you. And looks like a lot of people have watched that video, so I will have to watch it tonight, not to be left out. So I know John does some nice video stuff. Okay, George, it's your turn in St. Inez, WA6HCX, WJ6W.
Okay, Dave, for J6W, WA6HCX. George in St. Inez, and you're located just north of Santa Barbara, inland. Temperature here today was very pleasant, a little warm, but not a heat wave. I want you to learn really good about that. AMI number 951. We're running a call 3V3 tonight, low power, and what else? Have a Super Pro receiver, and a Marshall 500 microphone, and I think, by the way, Dave, your signal and most of the others, monitoring the audio, on my receiver scope here. Looking just great. Most of them really looking great. You know, above 90% resolution, no noticeable modulation. So audio quality, very, very nice tonight. And let's see, the last table, sitting around for the round table, but we'll listen for a while here and pick up some of the other people. Yeah, this signal's nice. Okay, so good condition here, anyway. Okay, that's what was done. 6W. Another W, 6-inch. Yeah.
Yeah, George, very good. You're doing well down here as well. And yeah, my modulation on this is hitting around 90%, 95% occasionally on the positive peak. Anyway, you know, it was warm here today, warmer than I expected. It was 90. I think we got up to 90, so wasn't really ready for that. No big deal, but we're heading quickly towards summer here. Next, let's turn it over to Santa Clarita, not too far away. K6TOX, Kim. Report time. This is WJ6W, Dave in Tarzana.
Okay, Dave. WJ6W, K6TOX. In Santa Clarita, which is just north of the San Fernando Valley, out of LA. And let's see, we're running the B&W 5100 transmitter, about 110 watts. And, you know, it's got 6146s modulated by 6146s, so it's got lots of audio, or at least potentially does. And we're sending that to a dipole. And I don't have a AM number, so we'll have to skip that. I went up to the N7 RCA swap meet in Minden, and I picked up a really nice little signal generator, Navy a URM 25D. It's got 8 pounds on it. Thing's built like a tank. It must weigh 50 pounds. But it's pretty neat because it covers some 10 kc on 8 bands to 50 megahertz, and it works. It was kind of sitting there sadly looking at me, and I was willing to part with it for $10. It's old and all cheap. It works, but the tone oscillator doesn't, because the 0.1 sets and the mica molds that are really cheap. So I got to get 0.01 for that. But other than that, the signal's pretty good coming out of it, and pretty accurate on the frequency. I was impressed with that. Probably 1948, 1950 vintage. So that was our collection from Minden. Probably cost me a couple $100 to get there and back. Didn't really save much. Anyway, that's it here. I'm not going to stick around for the round table. See, I'm receiving on a helicopter Sussex 101A, which is another restoration project for $50. But it works pretty good. And I also have a Sussex 96 with similar design. Really built this thing better than most of the other stuff I've had. Most of the SS101s are pretty good. And pretty good on side days. So that's it from Santa Clarita. So I'm still putting out, which I look like on the scope I am. So WJ6W, K6TOX in Santa Clarita.
Daniel, you're pushing 35 plus 35 dB here in the West Valley. So doing real good down here with the B&W 5100. Very good on the $50 test generator that basically works from the 40s. Wow, that's pretty good. I think 50 pounds would probably that would make it a non-starter for me. I've got to get rid of stuff that's over about 25 pounds now, I think. Anyway, thanks for checking in, and let's move along next to Andy, KD6TKX. Good evening, WJ6W.
Good evening, Dave, and the net, WJ6W. This is KD6TKX, Andy, located at Curry Mountain, which is about 80 miles southwest of Fresno. Well, it's been a hot one here today. I think we hit 105. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really matter after a certain point. So, air conditioning. What can I say? My best friend here on these kind of days. So, but no complaints because last year would have been we'd already have a month of this kind of weather. So, not so bad to have it a reasonable length of summer. Transmitter tonight is a Collins KW1, serial number 96. Receiver is a 75A4, and the antenna is a resonant fan dipole for 160, 75, and 40. I also made it to Minden, and that's the only swap meet I attend with any regularity, and I really like it. It's a bit of a drive, but it's worth it. Lots of good friends there, and I think the highlight probably for me was seeing the N7 RCA, 5 kilowatt RCA broadcast transmitter working push-to-talk on this frequency. So it was impressive and interesting, so that was a good deal there. No swap, no roundtable, but good to hear all my friends out there on AM. And thank you, Dave, for running the net, and thank you to Skip for taking the earliest. WJ6W, this is KD6TKX.
Okay, Andy, KW1 is doing just fine down here, and as I understand, before you had it was all you kind of sunny by a grandma to talk to her grandson, or son, well, I guess her grandson. Anyway, very good. Sounds great. Okay, let's go to Miami next. K6ZT over in Woodland Hills, WJ6W.
Yeah, WJ6W, K6ZTA. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, very good evening. Boy, that Minden swap meet in Solar RCA sounds like a real blast. Good grief. And, yeah, anyhow, that handle here is Juan Victor Oscar November. We're in Woodland Hills. AMI number 1757. And running the Viking 2, 100 watts of carrier, SX96 receiver, and the antenna is an inverted V at 55 feet. So, let's see, what was I going to say here? Yeah, recommending to run, not to get too far out there with that battery power and get yourself stranded. That would be an ugly thing in the heat, especially. So take it easy with your with that. Even in the cooler areas up in the north, which is where you usually frequent. So, and Jeff, all the signals are good tonight. Hearing everybody, but Jeff, you're stomping. Yeah, you are. And so let's see, not much else to contribute here. And no on the swap, no on the round table. Nothing buy or stroke. And we'd love to buy and sell, but no more room. Certainly buy. No more space here. Anyway, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, yeah, back over to you, Dave. Thank you very much for taking it this evening, and for Ron, the usual. For George taking the, not George, Skip taking the earlies. So WJ6W, K6ZTA.
Okay, about very good. Well, of course, you're blasting here 40 over, so doing great. I'm sure everyone heard you out there further away, too. And like you, I don't have space for anything more, so my rule is I have to get rid of stuff before I buy anything else. So far, I'm sticking with it. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let's go back down to San Diego now to Chris. Good evening, KI6CSO, WJ6W.
W6JW. And good down here. I would say you're floating over, but my receiver is plus 9, and the mean class 9 is just a plus. So you're 9 plus, Dave. Thurman in here from yeah, everybody. AMI number 7.64. We're running the renewable sensor special. CRO built, and the modulator, the 617. On about 101. So, made by Charlie. That's the CFO. Almost 240. Almar and here now. Like I said, everybody's Jeff Brown. Lug that thing in the house. Yeah, I saw the video. Pretty cool. I'm glad I didn't go
And of course, John, he does great videos. He has a lot of good videos. Check out on his website. I've been watching a lot of the videos. He takes the sideband, the Swan net, the military, AMnet, AMI net, all kinds of stuff. So it's really interesting to watch all that, and then he has some other stuff. I've been looking at a lot of his videos. And yeah. I heard Jeff before the camera was panned over. I could hear Jeff in the background. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like he's our celebrity of Southern California, the voice of Southern California. That's what we should call Jeff. He's sitting there like a king, sitting there leaning back, like you guys said. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Good to see Jeff. That's the second time I've seen him. Met him once in person. Good guy. All right. Let's see. No on the swap. No on the round table. And I'll listen out for sure. And thanks for doing the early skip. And Dave, thanks for taking over or doing the net. Sounded good on the college. Boy, what a fabulous rig there. In the beginning, I don't think my needle was, I didn't able to recover. It was pinned all the way to the right. I couldn't believe it. Boy, like I said, Dave, you're 9 plus. According to the old 1938 hard W6JW, KI6CSS.
Okay, Chris, I hope I didn't damage anything down there, but I'm pretty confident I didn't. So very good. Let's see. Let's call for any late check-ins. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 6 left on the list. Anyone else coming in late who'd like to get on the list? Or no?
Whiskey 7, Mexico, Sierra, W7MS. W7MS.
Okay, I got some. Let's see. I've got WB6ZBX, and I've got W7MS, and MA7R8, and then there was M6 something, but I didn't get the whole call. Please come again.
November 6, November Yankee X-ray.
And 6 NYX. Anybody else? Okay, I guess we got everybody there. Okay, let me just make some notes. NYX, I know I've heard you before, but I forgot your name. Go ahead.
Thank you. The name is Greg. Golf Romeo Echo Golf. I'm in La Mesa.
Oh, okay. Another down south station there. Okay, well, let's continue on. We've got next WA6LJR Bill. It's your turn, WJ6W.
All right. Well, thank you very much for letting me in tonight. This is WA6LJR Pismo Beach. Running the Valiant up to about 140-foot long wire in track. And that's about it over here. Beautiful weather. Thank you guys for the round table and letting me check in. I think the next up is KW18 question mark WA6LJR.
Okay, KW1NG, go ahead.
Hi, today. In the net tonight and taking it early. Hearing everybody pretty well. Pretty good conditions this evening. We're on the FCDX10, running about 20 watt AM mode. And for the 1000 single 3500 linear, 280 watts indicated. And up to the elevator Delta Loop. And the MSK 998 tuner. Like I say, everybody's signals are good tonight, so very enjoyable net. I watched the video also. Thanks for making that video. That was of the swap meet. That was really good. And I was distracted a little bit, but listening at one point, and then I heard a voice that went, I know who that is. And sure enough, there he was. The mighty voice from Kino. It was on here. So that was kind of fun to see him face to face there. Or at least see his face there. So, Brad, thanks for making that happen. And thanks to I'm having a brain fart. Thanks for making the video. Very good. All right. Sorry about that. Speaking of that, a good friend of ours, another ham here in the area, W6CAW, Craig Williams, is in the hospital with some stroke-like symptoms, but they said it's not a stroke. So anyway, a little bit of prayers for him, W6CAW. Okay, that's it for me. Back to you, Dave. WJ6W, KW1NG.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Ken. Ken. Very good signal up here, sounding very nice, and thanks for the heads up on Craig, W6CAW. He'll be in our prayers tonight, and stroke-like symptoms, but not a stroke. So I don't know what that would be, but hopefully it's temporary and passes. Okay, continuing on, Brad, you've got a lot of press here tonight. Brad, N7RCA, go ahead and take it. WJ6W. WJ6W and the rest of the group. N7RCA in Minden, Nevada. I'd like to thank all you guys for all the good compliments, and we certainly enjoyed meeting everyone. This is Joe at the mic. Brad's not here at the moment, so anyway, we did want to get in here and see how conditions are, and they are improving. So when we started out, it was pretty rough copy, but now everybody's coming through pretty good. And we are running the Johnson desk tonight, and hopefully you guys like how it sounds and can hear me okay. So I don't have a lot else other than we did really enjoy meeting everyone that came here for the meet, and it was a very, very good time and very enjoyable. So back to net control in N7RCA. Okay, very good. You're full climbing down here, blasting in at 30 over, so doing great. I guess you're not running the RCA transmitter, but I think you're running a DEF. You're doing a really great job down here. So next to my friend Steve down in Long Beach, KF6SYD. Steve, it's your turn.
Okay, Dave. Boy, things are running great tonight. KF6SYD, Steve in Long Beach. AMI 1708 transmitter is a CCA AM 1000D broadcast rate. Inverted V at 70 feet and hearing everyone just fine. And boy, that was one heck of a get-together that you guys had. And I found the video and I began watching it, but I had the sound turned down because the net, I want to hear you guys. So I stopped it. I got to go back to the beginning and listen with the sound turned up because I don't want to miss that. That was way bigger of a deal than I had imagined, and I got a kick of all the the equipment that talks about tractors and implements and a boom lift you go up on and work on something else. All kinds of neat stuff parked around for everybody to see. So I'm going to go back and start from the beginning and watch the entire video. That really looks nice. And you guys are talking about teletypes, and I used one in the 80s. It was the teletype was the interface between me and the programming computer that made the machine code for all the machines I was in charge of that cut parts out. Computer controlled. So you would input everything on the teletype, and it would start typing away and print out the machine codes that you generated and make a little paper tape too. So that brings back some memories. You guys talking about teletype. And what else? Thank you, Dave, for letting me know about how easy it was to go get a shot for the shingles. Julie and I went out Monday and both got the first shot, and I tell you, I have not had any spunk or energy since. I'm like, I'll go work on the bathroom, but maybe I'll sit down here for a while. It's the enthusiasm is gone, but they say it lasts only for a few days. I'm sure that'll bounce back, and I sure am glad they have something that'll protect us from that if we want to go get it. That's a real blessing that's out there. So thanks again, Dave, for letting me know that you don't need a doctor's prescription. Just go down and tell them you want one. So that was really cool. No round table tonight, and I look forward to sitting back and relaxing and listening to the rest of the net. WJ6W, thanks for taking it tonight. KF6SYD.
Oh, all right, Steve. Well, I'm glad I helped out. I guess I helped out. I forgot that does kind of knock you out of bed. I didn't have much trouble with it. I had heard that the second shot can be a little more problem than the first, but I didn't find that the case. I didn't have that much reaction to either one, if I remember. But anyway, some do, some don't, I guess. And the teletype, that brings back memories for me too. My first computer that I owned, personal computer, was an Apple II back in the 80s, and my printer was a teletype machine. Now the Apple had a keyboard, of course, so you could input at the computer, but the printout, the cheapest thing I could find was an old teletype. So that's what I used. Okay, thanks for bringing back some memories there. Next we go to George out in Arizona, W8 Victor Golf, WJ6W.
Very good, WJ6W, and the AMI net. Here is W8 Victor Golf, George, out here in Oro Valley, about 10 miles north of Tucson, Arizona, the old Pueblo. And I'm hearing everybody great tonight out here into southeastern Arizona. Everybody's making nice RF out here, Q5 or better. and we had a little bit of moss early on, and that's all cleared up, and I've just got armchair copy on everybody. You're nice and strong, Dave, and number of stations are. But anyways, I'm on the usual stuff here. Pair of 813s modulated by a pair homebrew, and listening on an old R390, not an A, old signal core receiver from probably the early to mid 50s. Got a real inexpensive audio chain here, Behringer channel strip, all that stuff. And the antenna is a 160 meter inverted V up about, about 45 feet, and fed in the center with a regular ladder line down here to a tuner. So that's what we're running. Been busy out here trying to just stay cool, Dave. We're going into about our second week or better of 100 plus temps, and I have been trying to work on some stuff out in the garage. I hit it in the morning, and then maybe about an hour in the afternoon. I built a homebrew 1625 rig. I built the RF deck when I was still in Fullerton. And then when I moved down here about, 9-10 years ago, I built a modulator and power supply, and it worked great for a while, but got some issues, so we're tearing into that. Fixing a few things, cleaning it up, and trying to get it together. I'm got the RF deck done. Power supply is working great, and I'm screwing around with a modulator that's giving me some problems, but we'll get there. Hopefully I'll have that back on out in the garage. It runs about 80, 90 watts, something like that, with an old Drake 2000. So working on that. That's my project now. Let's see, nothing to buy, sell, swap, or trade. Got enough junk here to work on probably for the next couple of years. AMI number is 1814, and I will not hang around for the round table, but we may listen for a little bit. So that's what's going on here in Arizona. Back over at Tom's. Thanks for running the net, and thanks to Skipper for taking the early. I didn't get in early tonight. I got a puppy dog I have to walk about the time the sun goes down, so we're always run a little late now. WJ6W, thanks so much, Dave. W8VG.
Okay, George, good to hear you tonight, and good signal. Signal is just outstanding tonight from everyone. It's a really nice night. I'm a lucky guy to host the net tonight. You shouldn't be very well. So we were enjoying it tonight. Very good on the 1625 rig. Hopefully I'll get that going with a few more mornings in the garage there. And the heat wave, yeah. Wow. We've had 90 here, which was just kind of unexpected to me. I would complain because I'm not ready for it, but I guess it's time. Anyway, next we'll go to AI6LY. John, it's your turn, WJ6W. WJ6W, the group AI6LY. Good evening, everybody from toasty Scotts Valley. Got up to 95 or 96, maybe even a little more this afternoon, so it's plenty warm. And let's see, signal's still kind of rough up here. There's somebody a few kc above us, and it's some QRM, not too bad. Gave your signals beautiful as always. Steve was banging in here, and ZBX was of course stomping on everything. Just a beautiful signal there. Yes, I did go to Minden, and it was great to see a bunch of the folks and pick up a few things and do a few deals. And as a matter of fact, I liked it so much, I went back on Sunday and picked up something else. So you never know, but it was a good time. The weather was terrific. The people were terrific. Can't ask for more than that. It was all good. Here, AMI number 1773. Running the Collins at the 32V2 and the 75A1. About 250 watts of carrier. The 32V2 gets knocked down a little bit and then run back through my amp and then up to inverted V hanging off the tower.
No swap, no round table for me tonight. Good to hear everybody, and thanks for doing the net there, Dave. It's good to hear you. WJ6W. Good evening, everybody. AI 6
Okay, here's my 20V2 talking to you and listening to you on the 32. And you were all around 20 over actually down here. And it's great.
Short and kind of on the low. So just a brief synopsis about the previous superintendent there.
Craig, it's your turn.
Yeah, thanks, Dave and Annette, and 6NYX, Craig in the Mesa here. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about Craig. Yeah, a long-time fixture in the community here, and I hope he has a speedy recovery, and we hear him back on the net here soon. Anyway, AMI 1761, November 6th, November Yankee X-ray. His name is Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf. And I'm in La Mesa, California, which is in San Diego. Go to the beach, find the Freeway 8, go 12 miles east. There I am, south end of Lake Murray, right around San Diego State area. Riggs Kenwood TS890 with an MC43S hand mic, running about 350 watts carrier. And that goes to a 272-foot horizontal loop, did about 30 foot, fed with about 40 foot of homebrew open wire line, all made out of 12-gauge house wire. So, yeah, band conditions are extremely good this evening. And George's project there is fascinating. To be able to have something over 10 years and then dig into it. I just got handed one from an estate project. The guy built an 80-meter rig. I've known him since 1970 when I was a teenager. He passed away a couple of years ago. So I get to inherit a boat anchor and figure it out from scratch and see if I can get up here. It's 80 meters only, so I don't know what it does. But custom built by WA6 LMZ, now Silent Key. It's a little tiny. So that's all I have, and I think I'm last on the list now, and I'll let Dave call for more. And 6NYX. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, Greg, N6NYX, WJ6W. Well, you're 30 over here, doing great from La Mesa, and good luck on your old boat anchor project there. That'd be fun to hear that on the air one of these days. Well, we have 3 more people on the list, so let me call them, and then we'll see if there's anyone else before we close the net. Jeff, you'll be, I bet, a big signal, WB6ZBX. Go ahead, WJ6W.
Okay, Dave, WJ6W and the group, WB6ZBX. Good to hear you again. I haven't been on very much lately, but I'm back up and around again, so I'm doing good. Good evening, everyone on the net. We're located southeast of Fresno a little bit, out in the agricultural area. Transmitter here is a Collins 30K4 with a 310 B1 exciter and a 75A4 receiver. And the antenna is a multi-element fan array up about 50 feet. And let's see, I do have one listing for the swap. I have, you guys have heard of that movie, A Bridge Too Far. Well, I have a broadcast transmitter too far. I have an extra broadcast transmitter over here that needs a home. It is an RCA BTA 250M. That's a Baker Tango Alpha -250 Mary. AM broadcast transmitter. Is currently on 160 meters on 1925 kilohertz. And puts out about 300 watts. And nice thing about it is it runs on 115 volts. Single phase, you can plug it right in the wall. So be a good first broadcast transmitter for somebody that's interested. And it would be quite easy to move it to this frequency. To move it from 1925 to 3870 is not difficult at all because they're a pretty simple transmitter. It's 813s modulated by 813, so there's 4 813s in the file. And first $300 takes it away because I don't have room for it anymore. And I can be reached at my email address on QRZ, which is wb6zbx@aorl.net. If anybody's interested, shoot me an email, and I can shoot them pictures. And 13 broadcast transmitters is too many. I need to drop it down to 12, so hopefully we will find a home for it. If not, we'll part it out. WJ6W and the group, WB6ZBX.
Yeah, Jeff, it'd be nice to get down to a dozen broadcast transmitters, wouldn't it? Very good. Yeah, it sounds like a neat little transmitter. If I remember right, it's not that big. It fits through any door easily, if I remember right. And like you said, runs on 115 volts. So it's very easy to get going. Okay, thanks, Jeff. And you're doing fine on the 30K4 tonight. Mike, W7MS up in Reno. It's your turn, WJ6W.
Well, thank you, Dave. WJ6W and the West Coast AMInet, W7MS, Mike in Reno. Good evening to all, and happy to hear that Jeff is back on 3870, and he's reducing his baker's dozen down to a real-world 12 each, 1 dozen broadcast radios, and I can endorse all his comments on the BTA 250M. I got to have one of those sitting in Studio A, and the beam in post floor has not collapsed, and it did fit through the door, and it does plug into a 120 outlet, so it's an easy radio, that's for sure, an easy transmitter. But this evening, observing my 30-year anniversary with this transmitter, and that's a Collins inspired ART-13. This one was actually assembled by the Zenith Corporation early 1942 for the U.S. Navy. And listening on a Ray-Cal, how's that, Jeff? Listening on a Ray-Cal RA17-C-12 that I picked up a few weeks ago at a local swap meet. Also glad to hear all the excellent feedback on Brad's N7RCA swap meet. Glad everybody had a good time, and as did I. And good evening to Joe, NU60, at the microphone of N7RCA on that really great looking disc kilowatt. So really a surprise to be here tonight. Quite, a moderate amount of thunder and dark skies late this afternoon, and I just decided to turn on the radio since I was in at the bench fiddling with a PRC 515, and my gosh, the conditions are fantastic. Hopefully I'm making the trip to most of the receivers out there on 3870. But no for the swap, no for the roundtable, but nice to hear you, Dave. WJ6W. Did I say AMI 216? Let's throw that one out. Maybe I missed that. WJ6W, W7MS.
Okay, Mike, thank you, W7MS. Very good. Let's see. I didn't hear static or anything. I think you said you had thunderstorms over there, or thunder, at least. And you're running an ART-13 that you've had for many years. The signal isn't really that strong here. I don't know why tonight, but I heard most of what you had to say there. So anyway, good to hear you. Haven't talked to you in a while. Thanks for checking in. So at the end of the list, I have Bob, NA7RH. NA7RH, go ahead. WJ6W.
Okay, very good, Bob. WJ6W in the net. NA7RH, Bob here in Scottsdale, Phoenix area, but running the 62.5 sweet tube structure. Maybe 236 in the bottom, about 460 guys in color booklet. Logo handbook, 1964. And watching everyone very nicely, very good conditions this evening. I hope you can hear me a bit on the speaker whistle, but it's all the uniforms are away, and static up low, and we've got great conditions. So
fishing and AMI level 1543. Nothing to slap, down around here with. What else? I guess that's about it. That's terrible. WJ6W on the left, 1079.
All right, Bob. Well, you know, you're always copyable over here. Your signal was okay. And it seems no matter what the conditions, you come through to a pretty good extent with the Sweep Tip Special. So thanks for checking in. Anybody else out there? This is the final call for anyone who wants to get on the AMI net. Come now. Well, I guess that's it. And there was a real lack of interest in the roundtable tonight. We only have Jeff. So, Jeff, if you want to talk, go ahead. Anyway, no one else wanted to get on the roundtable tonight. So I guess we'll just cancel it. But it was a nice event. I think everyone probably enjoyed the conditions. And hopefully enjoyed the host to some degree here. So, for now, we'll say goodnight, and we'll be hosting again next month, and we'll talk to you again soon. So this is WJ6W. Good night.